This one for GC. No, we gotta get chopped. Yeah. Chopping it up with pops, you crazy. Hey, let's go. Yeah. Hey, let's go. Few friends getting chopped in the booth, but I chop it up with pops, but I chop it up with who? Can't hit cause we only talk true. Smoke a blunt to face when we going to the moon. Take it to the boom, but I chop it up with pops. No, you not, but I chop it up with who? Few friends getting chopped in the booth, but I turn it up a notch. Boom. Let's go. I'm about to chop it up again with pops. Yeah. Boom, wrong, we getting chopped. Get chopped. Chopping it up with pops. Yeah. We about to chop it up again with pops.
Good evening, everybody. How y'all doing, man? This is the Chop It Up with Pop show. I have my special guest be in just a moment. I want to let y'all know that I've got another coming up guest tomorrow. I'll let you know who that is at the end of the show. But I'm glad you guys tuned in tonight. I'm going to have a dope-ass artist in here in just a minute. I'm waiting for him to tap in. Since he taps in, we'll get him on the show here. But right now, I want to let y'all know that I'm also going to be doing another raffle off. Oh, here we go, man. This is my guest for the evening, y'all. Check it out. This is Cap, the Wise Guy.
How we doing?
We're doing lovely, brother. We're doing lovely. How you doing, my man?
Another day in paradise, brother. You know,
I feel you there. So, yeah, go ahead and tell everybody where you from and what you do, brother.
So my name is Cap, the Wise Guy. Technically, I am in Texas now, just outside San Antonio, but I'm originally from Jersey, Patterson, Jersey, stand up. I'm a hip hop artist. I do all sorts and everything involving hip hop. Pretty much that's it. I mean, I'm a real simple guy, just trying to make art.
Right on. And you've done a really good job judging by what I've listened to tonight so far. Go ahead and get your social media out there so everybody knows where to find you and your music.
So you can find me on Instagram, Cap the Wise Guy. You know, I changed it so many times. I actually got to even double check what it is, but I believe it's Cap the Wise Guy. That's THA on the Instagram Facebook Cap space the space Wise Guy. YouTube user Cap the Wise Guy. Pretty much that same thing across the board. Really, I try to keep it as simple as can be.
All right. Now, I know you don't smoke weed. I wish you did, and I wish you were here. I'd love to blaze up with you, man. But I got enough here to smoke for the both of us, man. So I'll make up for it, man. No worries.
Do you? I'm not one of those like straight edge weirdos that's like weed is bad or anything like that. I just personally don't partake in it. You know what I mean?
Right. Now, Cap, can I call you Cap?
Yes, sir. Please
cool.
do.
All right, man. Cap, who auto tune or no auto tune, man? For you.
For me, auto tune helps because I can't sing for my life. If I'm trying to do a more melodic, like harmonized type hook, I'll tweak it in very slightly. But you got to be generous with it. You can't OD it. You can't like drown it out. But again, I mean, to each their own. You know, there's an old saying: if you have a voice, you can sing. If you could walk, you could dance. Right? So maybe you're not meant to sound great. Maybe you're just meant to sound how you sound.
Yeah, I don't know about if that walk you can dance shit. I can walk just fine, but I can't.
Well, the saying isn't if you can talk, you can sing well. If you can walk, you can dance well. It's just if you can walk, you can dance. So it doesn't mean you won't make a fool out of yourself, but technically you can do it, right?
Right. Got you, brother. Got you. Who is your main influencer in your career so far?
Man, that's a tough one. I grew up a really big Pac head. As a person who, you know, used to really write a lot of poetry as a younger kid. Pac really related to me. It was one of the first artists I really tied in and tapped in with, like as far as really listening to struggle. Because when you're a kid and growing up in the suburbs, you don't really get exposed to a lot of hip hop, right? You don't get exposed to a lot of rap like that. You mostly get the radio and like the MTV video type stuff, which is more, pop rap, if you want to call it that, or whatever you want to really term it. But it's more friendly, more positive. So when I really started listening to the like albums, Wu-Tang was the first album I ever got. Enter the Wu-Tang changed my life. And then Pac was the first one I really, really, really like dissected and listened to. And just hearing him talk about things, like growing up with a single mom. I grew up with a single mom, stuff like that, like was just real relatable. I didn't have the whole police, racial, profiling like thing that, that a lot of people go through, say, but I still had struggles. It was just, I had to find what they were or people that had the same. And it actually helped me a lot because I grew up in a nicer area. My mom did a lot to make ends meet and kind of hide what we didn't have. So I was surrounded by a lot of people with positivity, I guess, or better, more well off. So I didn't have a lot of people that struggled like me that I can talk to or even, cope with. Like even our own family was, like my aunts and uncles, they were a little more well off. The way things happened with my pops, it kind of left us to die, I guess, for lack of a better term, or left us to drown. And, I was just there in the middle of it with really nothing to, again, for lack of a better term, just nothing to kind of use as an out or use to relate to.
Right. All right. Wow. Okay. Well, let's listen to one of your tracks here, Cap. I'm going to play Reflections. Is that cool with you?
Yeah, let's do it. One of my favorites.
All right, here we go, y'all. This is Reflections by Cap the Wise Guy.
Let's go.
Listen, it's for the parents out there. I know y'all understand. I need you to get up out of your seat. I need you to enjoy this.
Whenever I look in your eyes, it's like a mirror staring back at me, cause I can see exactly who you are, and it is I, because you are every part of me, reflecting what is hard. Whenever I look in your eyes, it's like a mirror staring back at me, cause I can see exactly who you are, and it is I, because you were every part of me, reflecting what is hard to see. Everything changed the second that you came into my life. What's wrong was right, no longer feeling pain. Everything changed the second that you came into my life. What's wrong was right, no longer feeling pain. It feels so crazy just staring at my child. My child, saying that still feels wild. Never could express to you how much you make me smile. Before you came along, I was in such denial. Never thought I'd find the one, the perfect one for me, who could change my world and make that 1 and 1 equal to 3. Never thought I'd find a we, now an even bigger we, and we fit so perfectly. Without you, I'm not complete. Just watching how you be, your mannerisms, tendencies. You are just such a little me. At times we have a little beef, probably cause we both stubborn, deep thinkers who often wonder. You're a little short-tempered too, but that comes from your mother. Whenever I look in your eyes, it's like a mirror staring back at me, cause I can see exactly who you are, and it is I, because you are every part of me, reflecting what is hard. Whenever I look in your eyes, it's like a mirror staring back at me, cause I can see exactly who you are, and it is I, because you were every part of me, reflecting what is hard to see. Everything changed the second that you came into my life. What's wrong was right, no longer feeling pain. Everything changed the second that you came into my life. What's wrong was right, no longer feeling pain. Every day you growing, becoming more you. Watching you do the things that I used to go through. You always learning, questioning all the ifs. Your love for music, I know that you have that itch. Always dancing, you can't sit still. Such a bright future, that time will reveal the greatness you'll become. Shine brighter than the sun, you my daughter. Know that you will always be loved. No matter what happens, we're here for you, baby. Even at times you drive me and your mama crazy, but as long as you're okay, nothing wrong can come our way. What a blessing that we have, we thank God every day. Whenever I look in your eyes, it's like a mirror staring back at me, cause I can see exactly who you are, and it is I, Because you are every part of me, reflecting what is hard. Whenever I look in your eyes, it's like a mirror staring back at me. Cause I can see exactly who you are, and it is I. Because you are every part of me, reflecting what is hard to see.
Fuck yeah, that was a dope ass track, man.
Appreciate it, man. That one was real special to me, man. I mean,
What motivated you to write this track, man?
just I wanted to do something for my daughter. I mean, I've been sitting on this one actually for a while. Excuse me. And you know, just being a parent and just that first time looking at your kid and just like knowing your whole world just literally changed. Like literally the second they pop out, like, yeah, your wife tells you she's pregnant. Cool. You know, a lot of changes are gonna come, right? And then it's like, okay, your belly's growing and you feel the kicks and you picking out names and you buying outfits and all this fun stuff and baby showers and everything's cool, right? But when you actually see that child, when you hold that child, it's like reality just smacks you in the face. There's no more like it's coming. There's no more what's gonna be. It just now is. And it's like there's no better feeling in the world, in my opinion, just than having that and just having that moment. And I've been blessed to have it 3 times, thankfully, and technically done now because they outnumbered us, which was a big mistake. They got control now on us, me and the wife.
Oh yeah.
But nah, I mean, it's it's just nothing like it. You can't even put it into words, really. It's just you try your best that you can.
All right, Kev. What age did you get into hip hop, man?
So kind of been around it, probably since like, I don't know, 13, 14-ish was when I started really, I guess, getting a little more into it. And then I started freestyling. Me and a couple of my boys, we used to, fuck around, clown around and shit. It was actually a funny story how we got into it because we would always joke and clown and just, make fun of each other, like kind of like battle, but not really battling to hurt each other, more just, dissing on each other. And one day I was with my boy Dre, and we had one of those old double deck, like 3 CD changer with the double deck tape decks and all that.
Right.
And it had a microphone jack and a headphone jack. And my mother came home from work. We were chilling at my house, and she's all like, "Turn that shit off." Da 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 da. She had a long day at work. She was all mad. We had the music blasting. So I'm like, "Dre, put the headphones in." And he put the headphones in, but he put it in the mic side instead of the other side. So nothing really changed. And then I don't know if you know, on the old headphones, the old single points, you could actually talk into one of the side of the headphones and they would come out like it was mad muffled, mad horrible sound quality. But he's like, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, why are you coming out through the speakers? And then we learned like, oh shit, we could throw a tape in here, hit record and just fuck around and play it. And then just, run it back, little boys here, this and that, like played at school and whatnot. And then it kind of just one thing led to another. And, that's pretty much it.
Cool. Well, that's a dope ass track, man.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
Yeah, man. Much appreciated. Thank you for sending them in. What type of music do you listen to yourself?
So now, or I don't really listen to a lot of current music. I say that, I got kids, so I listen to the radio. I get the Taylor Swifts and the Billie Eilish's and Ed Sheeran's and Bruno Mars's of the world, and they're not horrible. Don't get me wrong. It's not
music,
but it's not bad, for the kids and all that. So when I go and listen to music and it's for me and I really vibe, it's a lot of times I'm listening to 90s hip hop. I mean, point blank, it's the staple of my music. I listen to a lot more old stuff like Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, Phil Collins, Rolling Stones, stuff like that. More classic rock, I guess you would say, or even classic R&B. I grew up on a lot of Motown. I grew up on the Beatles. I grew up, my father was a musician. He used to play a lot of covers. So, I grew up around that when he was around. And really, that's more the stuff. To me, that's more music. Like, I love hip hop. Don't get me wrong. But it being fair, it's the least musical form of music. It's more spoken word. Don't get me wrong. There's feeling, there's energy. It's dope. There's no diss on it. But if we're going to talk about truly getting on stage and playing instruments and everybody being in sync and trying to stay in key and performing together on cue and all that, hip hop is not on that level, like say a rock or even an R&B who's really pouring their heart out, emotionally singing while possibly a live band is playing behind them. It's a little different. So, but I try to listen to all types of music. I can't get into country. I never could. I got no shade on it. I mean, I get it. It's not bad. It's just not my cup of tea.
Right.
But like I try to listen to everything that I can and really pick up from it, because if it's something you could feel, then it's real.
Right on. I grew up in San Antonio. I was born in San Antonio.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that. That's real dope. So how'd you end up you in Wisconsin, is it, or Minnesota?
Minnesota. My parents moved up here, and I came up here to help them settle in. And my mom got pancreatic cancer and passed away, so I've been up here ever since. About 36 years now. Wow. So I'm acclimated real good.
I thought you just wanted to have the snow and you just couldn't leave it.
Oh, hell no. My mom was buried up here. I ain't gonna go nowhere.
I feel that. Man,
those 3 seasons are just beautiful. I can hang with the snow. You know what I mean?
Snow is actually really, really pretty. It's the shoveling the snow. It's the working in the snow. It's driving in the snow isn't even that bad if you don't have a place specifically to be. But if you got to be somewhere by 8 o'clock and you got to drive in the snow, that's where it sucks.
Yeah.
But that blanket of snow on everything is actually gorgeous. People don't realize how nice that is.
Right. Yeah, they sure don't. So, Cap, tell me a little story about this. I Don't Need This track.
Man, so super long story short, this is one of those tracks I know a lot of people could relate to. I decided to do an EP. One of my boys was I was working on some artwork for my next project that's complete. That's going to be coming out in December. And he was like, you should do something like election season. And I'm like, it doesn't fit because I'm dropping in December. And then just one thing led to another. We're just brainstorming. It's you should do an EP based on the current state of the country and, the whole election process, the political views, the way the world is now, yada, yada, yada. So it was just a song that really fit. I actually had this hook written a while back, but no verses for it. So it just seemed like the right time. And it's really just a song about just going through your day-to-day shit and people trying to test you, right? People trying to and sometimes unintentional, sometimes intentional, whatever it may be, but it still is testing you, right? Most disrespect is typically unintentional, right? Somebody does something that they didn't know they were doing that you take a certain way that you're pissed off about. There are those times when people try to straight up slap you in the face, literally and metaphorically. But most of the time it's someone just cut in front of you and you're like, what the fuck? Yada, yada. But he wasn't there's Cap, I'm going to go cut in front of him. It was just, you could have been anybody and he would have still done it. He didn't care. You know what I mean? So it was one of those trying to keep a cool head, trying to stay calm, but then shit just keeps getting on your back and it just starts weighing you down and you're about to go Hulk mode and just spaz on somebody. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where the whole MO of this track came from.
All right. Well, let's take a listen, shall we?
Yeah, absolutely, man. This is actually going to be off a new EP that's dropping any day now once Spotify approves it.
It's exclusive to the Chop It Up with Pop show?
This is a debut right now for the Chop It Up with Pop show. That's why I wanted to send it to you and let it run off that Cap for President album that's going to be dropping soon. Or it's technically dropped, just not a pillow.
Hell yeah. This is Cap the Wise Guy. I Don't Need This.
And this is the specter our well-meaning liberal friends refuse to face, that their policy of accommodation is appeasement. And it gives no choice between peace and war, only between fight or surrender. If we continue to accommodate, continue to back and retreat, eventually we have to face the final demand, the ultimatum. And what then? Now let's set the record straight. There's no argument over the choice between peace and war. But there's only one guaranteed way you can have peace, and you can have it in the next second. Surrender.
Calm and composed is how I try to stay. Taking that oath until my dying day. Be a better person, never take it personal. If I have a problem, let me be the first to know, so I can talk myself off the ledge. Take a step back and just clear my head. Don't run on emotions, once you process, it's soon like to go back. Now you must correct those missteps, and trust I've had many. Every single day somebody wanna tempt me, and usually I can avoid the mess. But there's certain days where there's too much stress. Life at home, life at work. Thinking about it makes me go berserk. The next person across me on this earth gon' feel some wrath that they don't deserve. You see, that's not fair to them. Let me sit back down in the chair again. Clear my head, it's not their fault. It's just how it is, how they've been taught. And in a few minutes this will be forgotten, so there's no need to turn this whole thing rotten. But if they cut their eyes at me one more time, I swear to God I'ma fucking lose my mind. I don't need this. Today ain't the day to come test me. Stay out of my way. I said I don't need this. Miss you with that sideways. Trust me when I say you better listen close when I speak this. I ain't telling no secrets. Hold up, let me repeat this. That's one word on Jesus. Man, I don't need gotta go and let it get to this point. So many people wanna just get me annoyed. Fucking stupidity, sick of what they giving me. Thinking they can come check me with no penalty. Repercussions we'll be discussing. Go ahead, my guy, push some buttons to find out what you can't control. Acting like a motherfucker can't explode. Man, I don't need this. Today ain't the day to come test me. Stay out of my way. I said I don't need this. Miss me with that sideways. Trust me when I say you better listen close when I speak this. I ain't telling no secrets. Hold on, let me repeat this. That's my word on Jesus. Man, I don't try to keep my cool like a cube of ice. The game's got me ready to lose a life. No reset button. Wait, he said something. Repeat that? No, wait, that's my reflex jumping. I got kids. I gotta be the example. But if they ask for a taste, I'm here with a sample. Deep breath. There's a lot going on. Can't take it personal. Yeah, I gotta stay strong. Will it be forgotten? I'ma be alright. Why they even eyeing me? I must be they type. Fuck it, I'm over it. Been down that road. It cost me a lot, and I ain't talking about tolls. Can't stand here and let the trolls win. Move past. Put it under a bridge or whatever they say. But still every day, someone gotta go and try and go and get in my way. On most I'm okay, but every once in a while, I might bring an ass and back in the style. Got to go gorilla mode, acting a wild. I'm caged up at the zoo, but today I feel I'll break out. Time to change routes, leave them right where they stand like fake outs. Barry Sanders, go ahead and grab your cameras. I'm destined to go viral if I put these hands. I don't need this. Today ain't the day to come test me. Stay out of my way. I said I don't need this. Miss you with that sideways. Trust me when I say you better listen close when I speak this. I ain't telling no secrets. Hold up, let me repeat this. That's one word on Jesus. Man, I don't need. We gotta go and let it get to this point. So many people wanna just get me annoyed. Fucking stupidity, sick of what they giving me. Thinking they can come check me with no penalty. Repercussions we'll be discussing. Go ahead, my guy, push some buttons to find out what you can't control. Acting like a motherfucker can't explode. Man, I don't need this. Today ain't the day to come test me. Stay out of my way. I said I don't need this. Miss me with that sideways. Trust me when I say you better listen close when I speak this. I ain't telling no secrets. Hold on, let me repeat this. That's my word on Jesus. Man, I don't need this.
God damn, that was a dope track, brother.
Thank you. Yeah, I was in the mood on that one.
Yeah.
Man.
Let me ask. Do you get the beat first, or do you write the track first?
So it varies. Sometimes I try to let the beat dictate, right? I try to sit there and kind of let the beat tell its story to me. I know that might sound funny, but you know, when a producer made a beat, I usually try to work with producers that I know too, so that I can kind of pick their brain. Like, what was in your head when you made this? What was your vision for this when you came up with it? And sometimes it's like I didn't really have a vision. Sometimes it's like I was thinking this, and then it's like, okay, I could tap into that. So it varies. Like in this one, I wrote the hook to this one after I heard the beat. So it was just the way the drums hit, the way the energy was. It was kind of like, it just sounded like kind of like a story and then a snap when the hook came in. So it was like, well, if I'm going to snap, it's got to be either angry or it's got to be like taking it to another extreme, emotionally sad or something, like super depressed. But then again, the energy wasn't really matching that. So it was, you know, but there are times where, you know, you come up with an idea and you pen it down and then you hear some beats and you're like, yo, this hook could work for this. And then you tweak it and adjust it as needed.
Right on.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about this next track I was going to play here, Bars.
So this is a good one here. So I was out in Jersey visiting family where I'm from, and my one boy was going to shoot a music video, and I didn't have the track done. We had this whole thing set up. I got the beat. I wrote it out. It all happened like kind of fast, and we're like, hey, I'm in town for another couple of days. He's like, well, let's do the video while you're here. So I was like, okay. So I had to find a studio. So I reached out to one of my boys as a producer over there that I grew up with. And he was like, hey, I hit this studio over here. So we went and we recorded the track, which is actually another track you have on your list called Pulling Me Back. So while I was in there, the dude, Kilo was his name, that engineered it and all that. And he was like, you different. Like you not like what I expect. Like when I showed up, he's like, goofy white boy, blah, blah, blah. You know, I get it all the time, prototypical. And he was like, when I started spinning, he's like, you got some substance to your shit. Like you different. And I was like, yeah, you know. And, you know, I booked you for 3 hours. I only really got to do, I had 2 tracks I was doing. One was kind of just a verse and then one was the main track that we were going to do the video for, but he only does 3 hours at a time. So like, we got extra time. Let's work. So he was like, yeah. So I hit up my one producer from Cali because my other guy was at work and couldn't come through. And he was like, I was like, yo, Elo, send me some beats. So he sends me over some beats and I play them and dude's like, yeah, I'm feeling that. So boom, right there on the spot, we just spit it and we're like, nah, no hook, no nothing. Like, let's just go to fuck in. Like, let's just spit some shit, some Jersey shit. You know what I mean? Some street shit. So that's pretty much what this track is. This is one of my favorite verses. Like, I think it really epitomizes me as an artist and the way I was able to kind of flip everything. But even just when I come in, pause, like just the energy and just if you really listen to what I say, like it's who I am. Like, you know, I don't even want to tell you because I wanted to kind of tell you for me. So, but it's really it's one of my favorites, hands down. Like, it's hard to pick a favorite, but this is definitely on the list as far as verses I've ever written, and just really epitomizes me.
Right on. And tell me a little bit about Kilo Vision.
Kilo is a real dope dude, man. First of all, Kilo has one of the best voices I've ever heard. Most artists, I don't know if they'll tell you this straight up, but most artists hate their own voice. So when you hear other artists usually like this, he's got such a great, deep, grimy voice, like legit. He's a big, solid dude too. So like it fits him, it fits his style. Like dude was a savage. Like right on cue, he was like, "Yeah, I got some." Boom, started like he just tweaked some shit that he had and whatever. Went in the booth, just laid it the fuck out. Like, damn, I was like, "Damn, let's go!" Like, and then that was, you know, influential and inspirational to me. It's like, okay, look, like this guy's not just saying it. Like because anybody be like, "Yeah, let's do it." Like he's proven himself. He in there doing it. He's a real dope artist. He's got a lot of shit that he's put out too. You know, he's got videos up on YouTube and stuff. I haven't actually talked to him in a little bit. I gotta reach out to dude again. That's on me. I was trying to make time to talk to him when I was over there a couple weeks ago, but I had a really short trip, so I didn't really see much of anybody while I was up there. But Kilo is super talented, bro.
All right, well, let's listen to this Bars track here. This is Bars. This is Captain Wise Guy, Bars featuring Kilo Vision.
Shouts to Kilo on the beat.
Hey, Cap, what up, brother? Let's give us some balls. Look, I stand firm till my bones ache. We all go through tough breaks. So what? Nigga, for fuck's sakes. Man up, that's what men do. They stand up. Back against the wall, go all in when you jammed up. They never fold. Even when you scared, it should never show. From head to toe, body language says would never know. In general, I'm warlike, beast-like, ape-like. Anywhere, anytime, midnight, daylight. I'm ready for it. In a Chevy 4, brought a semi for a stranger thing. Living upside down, I'm a demigorgon. Boy, I front like the ghost do. And if there's any problems, best believe I'll approach you. And stamp them like a letter with my 9 and go postal. And do what I'm supposed to. Ultra instinct like I'm Goku. Super smooth, butter like Predator that gutter life. Mossberger take your whole face if I pump it right. On the block, shit be getting hot on them summer nights. And every time if you ain't one of mine, then it's fuck your life.
Yeah, you already know. Kilo, I see you, bruh. Yo, I'm not a rapper, I'm an artist who just happens to rap. The white boy, you can't avoid with his hat to the back. I didn't live that life, I wasn't packing a Mac. I kept it more PC, but that don't mean that I slack. Never moved kilos, now I'm working with Kilo. Suffocating beats created by my man Elo. On water when we flowing, so watch how we grow. Just cause we live underground don't mean that we be low. Sewer shit, who equipped, move your lip, lose your shit like flush status. Who trying to come at us, foolishness? Eddie Griffin, never see us ever tripping. What we spitting is light work. Electricians wired for this life. Spitting fire on this mic in tune. Sounding like a choir in this life. Fist up. Man, I ain't gonna die without a fight. Swinging for offenses, then we slide out to the right. Let's go.
Fuck yeah, I fuck with that hard, dude.
Hell yeah.
I listened to that all damn day. That was Bars featuring Kilo Vision and my guy, Cap, the Wise Guy. All right, Cap, let's get back to some Q&A here, brother. When you go to pick out a collaborating artist or a feature, what do you look for?
I really just look for anybody that wants to work. I'm not a picky dude. I mean, as long as you're authentic, I'll work with you all day. Like, I don't care what your fan base is, what your budget is. I'm not trying to get rich off nobody. I'm not trying to, you know, act like I'm better than nobody. Because at the end of the day, we all create, right? So who am I to say your art is worse or better than mine? So it's just, as long as what you create is real. Like, I don't want some dude posing. Like, if you don't relate to the content, you know, and there's a major difference too between a collab and like an open verse. You know, sometimes you write a track, you leave a verse open, Maybe it was intended for somebody that didn't come through, or maybe you just, you just didn't have enough in you, so to speak, to write that second verse, or you couldn't create enough where it didn't sound distinct enough from the first verse. So you're like, let somebody else jump on it. And that's a little different because that's where you're more like, oh, somebody's flow will match this beat a little better. Somebody's style will fit this style a little better. But really, just like I said, anybody that's just creating authentic art that wants to work is all I look for.
Okay. Now this track, Wanting Things, you got a couple of different artists on there featuring with you. Can you tell me a little bit about the guys?
So this is a track with my guy Mental Epidemic and my guy Messy the Man. So I'll start with Mental because he produced the beat, sent me it with the hook already on it. He was actually supposed to jump on the verse as well, had some life situations come up that kind of deterred him from being able to follow through on it. Everything good, don't get me wrong, but at the time it just wasn't clicking. So he was like, go throw it for somebody else because I still produced the beat. I'm still on the hook. Like, let it live, let it go. So I was like, all right, bet. So that's when I reached out to my guy Messy. Messy's real dope. He's an artist from Connecticut. That dude is super active on the socials. He's always creating music, always dropping new tracks, new stuff, very experimental as far as his versatility and what he creates. So him and I kind of linked up. He does these albums. They call him Collabo Bunch. You actually kind of see one of the covers behind me. It's that little CD cover right there on the wall. And he'll make a whole album and he'll have like 2 or 3 people on every track. So it's none of them are solos. Every track on it is a 2 or 3 artist collab with him that he puts out. So he needed somebody like last minute. I just came across dude and he was like, I'm looking for somebody. And I was like, yeah, whatever. Let me know. I'm down. And he was like, yeah, he sent me it over. And seeing that I got my own setup, I was able to send it back to him right away. And he was just like, damn, that was fast, this and that. So him and I have now worked like 5 or 6 times. We're actually in the works of putting out an album together, or EP together, just me and him, that we're in the stages of just now kind of setting up with some stuff he's got going on, some stuff I going on. Our schedules are about to clear up to where we'll have time. Right. But real dope, real cool dude, real chill dude. He's not like one of those, I figured it out, you got to figure it out yourself. Like he's real humble, real helpful. I know he's given me a lot of insight and knowledge on stuff because I'm horrible with social media. I ain't going to lie. It's not, I can't stand it. I ain't going to front. I understand the value of it. I understand how it could be useful, but then I also understand half of it is just like, I don't know, brainwashing and slash, distractions and what's real and what ain't. And it's just, I'd much rather sit like this and just talk to somebody and connect more so than I want to look at your post and have you look at mine. But I get it. It's the world we live in and you got to utilize it. So he's helped me a lot with, being more active on it and creating more, I guess, just from watching him just kind of, almost like he's coaching without coaching or mentoring without mentoring, just picking up on what he does and even then picking his brain and getting insight. And it's helped me a lot with getting more active on the social.
Right on. Well, let's go ahead and get to this track, man. This is Captain Wise Guy, Wanting Things, featuring Metal Epidemic.
Messy the Man.
Messy the Man. Here we go, y'all.
Tell you, tolerate this pain comes, you always want things.
Yeah, I wanted too much, reached for it, couldn't grab it. I slowed the fuck down, try to figure out and manage my life in better ways, looking at better days. Can't expect nothing, things never stay the same. Yeah, I wanted too much, reached for it, couldn't grab it. I slowed the fuck down, try to figure out and manage my life in better ways, looking at better days. Can't expect nothing, things never stay the same.
Soon as I got it figured out, they switch it. I need to see it replay this instant. I see where I went wrong, the game is so quirky. Got me going mental as my hands are getting dirty. I'm moving underground, that part don't really irk me. Like Bugs Bunny, taking them lefts at Albuquerque. No map to follow, just heart that's never hollow. Deliver hard verses for the gods like I'm Apollo. No theater, hold on, let me try to make it clearer. Like mirrors, show me things in your faces, I'm near the end of my rope. Trying to hang on some more, but I keep getting pulled as I lose this tug of war. The more things stay the same, the more they seem to change. Backward to God, maybe, what a shame. Wish I could reverse it, I wish it could be perfect, but that would take the fun out of what it is I'm earning.
Yeah, I wanted too much, reached for it, couldn't grab it. I slowed the fuck down, try to figure out and manage my life in better ways, looking at better days. Can't expect nothing, things never stay the same. Yeah, I wanted too much, reached for it, couldn't grab it. I slowed
about my past and how all these things are changing. Then reminisce and laugh, every mistake that taught me patience. Never be old and wise if you're never young and crazy. And no, y'all not basic, I'm just overcomplicated. I change the conversation, rely on my own motivation to get me through my day shift, cause this music isn't making enough to bring home the bacon. Need more ringtones and playlists to be more creative. I source my inspiration, then tap into my favorites. Why my music's in elation, came to heal those relatants. How it feels when you're failing. On the real, I'm never faking. Remember hesitating when everyone was hating, saying that I never make it. I kept eking up this paper, and now, yo, I think I'm almost famous.
Fuck yeah, that was Captain Wise Guy, Wanting Things with Metal Epidemic and Message of Man. God damn. That's got a hell of a good vibe to it. I like that, man.
Oh, yeah, that's a definite head nod track right there. That's just...
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. All right, so let me ask you this. How far is the furthest you've had to travel to perform?
So, I guess it's tough to say because I'm in Texas now. So I've gone back to Jersey and performed. And then, of course, I performed over there. So based on where you're at. But the furthest I've gone from like one location to drive out was probably when I went to Philly from Jersey. It was about a 2.5 hour ride to go down there and perform. It was a real dope show. It was actually supposed to be a battle slash performance thing. So there was actually two things going on at once. There was going to be a tournament, and then there was also doing it people performing individually. I was supposed to do both. Half the people for the battle didn't show up. There was only two of us that did. And it was like, instead of battling, like, we're like, let's just spit. Like, let's just go out and freestyle and have fun. So it was a real dope night, man. Philly's a vibe. Philly independent game is crazy. Like, I've done shows in New York, and it's mostly love, don't get me wrong, but it's a lot of, like, you only bring out your own people. You only kind of root for your own people type deal. Like, you'll show love, but you can't let people see you show love because it's like you're doing your boy a disjustice by showing love to other people type shit, unless it's, like, ridiculously – there's no way to avoid it. You know, and when I went to Philly, it was like everybody was independent as far as like label wise and doing their own thing. And everybody was like looking out for each other. It was just really different. It wasn't what I expected. Not to say that I had low expectations or anything, but it was just a different energy. And definitely one that, you know, was really amazing and unique.
Right. Okay. Well, shit. When you hit the stage, Cap, what goes through your mind? What do you got to do to mentally prepare yourself?
It's weird because you got to block everything out, but you can't fully block everything out because you still got to be aware and interact with people, right? So it's like the first thing that goes through your mind is don't fuck up, right? But then it's also like they don't know you. Like, nobody's here to see you, right? So you're playing with house money because let's be real, at this stage, we're not headliners. We're not like selling out shows and things like that. It's more like we're going to a venue. There's 7 or 8 of us performing. Everybody's kind of bringing their own people, and we're introducing other people to ourselves. So, you know, if you do something, don't let people know, right? So say you skip a word or you say something wrong or whatever, just keep it flowing. Just keep it going. Like, but really just bring energy. Like, just connect with people and feel the vibe. Like, if people is sitting there and they look flat, well, then tone your shit up and bring more energy to kind of get them going. If people sit there and they're extra amped, maybe tone it down a little so they don't kind of drown out what you're doing or ignore what you're doing, or at the same time, eat off that, you know? So it's really just, I always make sure I want to show love to the host. I always make sure I want to show love to the DJ. I always make sure I want to show love to the crowd, right? And most importantly, to the other artists, because I know what it's like to obviously be up there. So, you know, just let people know, like, you know, this is who I am. This is what I do. It's not about me. It's about y'all. Because I already make my music. I could go listen to my music all day. Technically, if I wanted to, right? I can go in the car and play my shit right now, and I could spit it live if I want to. It's about them. You know, that's what makes it special. That's the point of being here. So make sure you make it about them.
Absolutely. I agree with that 100%. So in addition to the LP you got dropping, do you have any other things coming up? Any performances? Any events you're going to be attending? Anything like that?
So I got the EP, like I said, that's technically dropping any day. I've been releasing another EP. So I actually have 2 EPs that literally, one already dropped. One actually came out today. It's a series I'm doing called Out With The Old. And what it is I've been doing this a long time. So I have a lot of music that was before the digital era, right? So long story short, when my daughter was born, 2012, I kind of stepped away from music. I didn't get back into it for about 10 years. It was actually a little before she was born. So, you know, I took kind of a hiatus. So all my music, all the stuff that I did was like the old school, sell it out the trunk of your car type CD shit, mixtape shit. You know, it was on Dat Piff and it was on Mix Unit and a couple of these other sites that existed back then, back when torrents was a thing and all that, and LimeWire and you know, shit like that. But so now it's like, well, a lot of these tracks, as long as they're original beats, of course, because you know, copyright laws and stuff with the DSPs, you know, I've put out and exposed to people. Mixing quality, I ain't gonna lie, the mixing and the recording quality, the grading, it's not horrible, like you can't hear it or anything. It's just not as good as, you know, the digital world is now. So I've been dropping those kind of to connect with people, trying to show some love for the people that I worked with in the past. I try to throw a bunch of collabs on there. And mind you, these were all people mostly that I met in person and literally either I went to their studio or they came to mine back in the day, you know, in the basement up in Jersey where we used to get down, in New York, you know, walking up 10 flights of stairs to get to a studio in the attic or something like type of shit or whatever. Just doing it different. So I've been releasing those. And then, like I said, I just did the one for the election season, the Cap for President that technically should drop any second. And then, like I said, I got a full EP that's going to be dropping end of this, probably like right before Christmas, if not right after. I got to pick the exact date. Just finalized the artwork and all that. Like I was saying, the tracks are already done. I got some music videos done for that too that I'm gonna be dropping the promo it and all that. As far as like performances and stuff, like I said, I've been traveling and doing stuff. I have some family stuff out of Quinceañera, or actually a Sweet 16 for my niece. I was just up in Jersey for, so that kind of took me out as far as performing and whatnot. So I don't have anything set up, but I reached out to some people that know I'm back in town and what we can do. So as stuff opens up, obviously I'm gonna throw my hat in the ring and partake.
All right.
So yeah.
Hell yeah, that sounds like a plan, man. How about this victory parade? You want to tell me a little bit about that?
So victory parade. So I got this one dude from Florida that I met up with, Neo Rambo. Shouts to him. Him and I were in like one of these positive promote, like share your stuff, I'll share your stuff, you share my stuff type groups, like where we all kind of scratch each other's back and look out for each other, all artists. He dropped a really dope track and I hit him up and I was like, yo, you want to make a remix to that? And he was a little more singing than like traditional hip hop, but I was like, we can kind of remix and do it. And it came out real dope. And then him and I kind of stayed close. And then he met up with a producer out there. He's in like the Tampa Bay area. Okay. And this guy Dim, or Dummy on the Beat is what he goes by, but his name is technically Dim, as far as his artist name and whatnot. And he Rambo was telling him about me, and he was like, well, I'm always looking to, you know, work with people. So he sent me a beat over. I was like, let's go. Like, you know, he's like, what kind of beat you want? I'm like, something hip hop, maybe some horns. I love horns. Like, I think horns just bring energy to a beat. So he sent me this shit, and I was like, I just rocked with it. I played it one time, and I was like, oh yeah, this is a vibe right here. And I was like, it just sounded like triumphant with the horn. So I was like, victory parade, and the rest is, you know, history.
All right, well, let's give it a listen, man. This is Victory Parade, Chapter Wise Guy.
Yo. These beats be like chicks, so I spit mad fire and get at every one of them just like Quagmire. Giggity, giggity, lickety, split, hitting these heavenly slick similes. Metaphors bring energy like a plug do. Never been a thug do, still I thug through the success like 1, 2, 3, 4. Just counting my way on a veteran underground, just getting my gray on. Elephants, rhinoceros elements echoing inside your ear, just like delegates giving they speeches, or should I say preachers, or should I say teachers, educating their creatures. I mean students, still we all fluent to the language they speak, so life is congruent. But I'd rather be a movement, escape darkness once, so spark me up just like you trying to spark a blunt, before it's all wasted, just like the hearts of punks. We gotta face it, look at what the arts become. We not drawing, we tracing, copying, faking, trying to get the money and everything adjacent. I'd rather be like Kanye, jump inside my spaceship, Escape from the world as us all feeling naked. Step into a world that was bring us all the greatness. The one with the pen and a million blank pages.
We making history. This is victory. Let them try and stop us now. Making history. This is victory. We parade right through your town.
We stay with crack, me and Dim on the track. We slamming it down just like Shaq. This is gas, jumping on beats like jacks. Heard in every hood like Civics and old acts. Never slack, stay tighter than mini skirts. We gon' kill it till the day we in the dirt. From the first, man, the work never ceases. The only one that's above us, Jesus. We all fam, like nephews and nieces. There's no reason to hide, just like secrets. We gotta preach, it's a life that we live. Fast cars, fast women, go and light up your piff. Escape from it all, the sour or sweet. Straight diesel every time that we devour a beat. So make sure you play this loud in the streets. We on another level, but that don't mean we out of your reach. Humble shit, flip words and tumble shit. Say it with your chest, we ain't down with that mumble shit. Never one to trip, we light on our feet like kids sneaks when they steppin'. Don't question the heat.
We making history, this is victory. Let them try and stop us now. Making history, this is victory. We parade right through your town. We making history, this is victory. Let them try and stop us now. Making history, this is victory.
Damn. That motherfucker was hard too, man. That was Victory Parade. Captain White.
You can't call a victory parade and not be on some braggadocious shit. You know what I mean? So,
man, that was a dope ass track, man.
Thank you.
Who else was on that track with you? Just you?
Just me.
Oh wow, man! You did all the ad-libs and everything, huh?
Yes, sir. Yeah,
wow.
man. That's
what's up. That's
put
what's
some
up.
effects on it and whatnot to kind of give it a little bit of a, like different inflections so it doesn't get too monotonous. But
right. So Cap, give me a story about your name. How'd you come across that name, man?
So I've had this name forever. So my first name is Anthony. I grew up in Jersey. Like, put it like this: you're from San Antonio, tons of Mexicans, right? So
right.
Multiply that by about 100. That's how many Italians is up in Jersey like that.
Oh, shit.
Think about how many Anthonys I grew up with. So none of us went by our first name. Everybody went by our last name. So I even had a cousin, for example, with a different last name, but it was still the same initials. So he was AC. Like, I couldn't even be AC. I couldn't even be my initials. So because, somebody already had it. So I went by Capello, which is my last name, which eventually just over the years, it got cut down to Cap, way before Cap became what Cap is now. I've had this name forever. It was Capo status. It was Cap. Like when Jim Jones was big, everybody called me Capo because Jim Jones was always saying Capo when he was Dipset and all that. So, I've had this name forever. A lot of people I've even met over the years didn't even know, like, my first name isn't, like, people thought my actual name was Capello. Like, literally, they would go, they would meet me and be like, oh, yeah, I'm friends with, Capello. Like, who's, oh, and they would, like, meet my mom or something. They'd be like, oh, you mean Anthony? Like, wait, is this his name for real? Like, because that's just how everybody knew me. So, and then eventually it just got cut down to Cap, the first 3 letters of it, and it's Cap over there. That's my guy Cap, da-da-da-da. But like I said, it's weird now because, like I said, when my daughter was born, I kind of disconnected from everything. And I went into, like, we moved out to Texas and it was work mode and OT and save up and trying to get a house and better our lives and all that. So now I start, like, coming over here and playing ball and stuff, and I'm meeting these younger kids, and they're like, what's your name? And I'm like, Cap, and they look at me crazy. And I didn't even know Cap meant, like, the bullshit or the lie. Right. So, like, yeah, Cap, and people look at me funny, and now it all makes sense. Like, oh, they think they call me Cap because I'm full of shit, but, like, they have no idea. I've been this name since I was, like, 10 years old. Everybody's called me Capello. Like, it's, or just Cap. But
right,
that's just life.
Right on. It is life. You're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
You're absolutely correct, man. So what's next, man, for you, man? What do you got coming? What else do you have coming? I mean, do you have anything, like, let's say in the next 4 years, what do you got down the line? Any ideas?
Keep creating, keep finding my sound, keep, evolving. I don't like to use the word change because change to me is like a weakness. It's like you're pointing out something is wrong and you're doing like a 180. I like using more like evolution, right? Where it's like you realize something might not be working, so you adjust. You don't completely abandon everything you were doing. You don't completely switch up. You kind of just find what you need to do differently and tweak and intertwine it into your everyday. So just keep finding my sound, just keep evolving, not just in musically, but in life. Be that father figure for my kids that I never had. Try to keep the wife happy when I can, and try to avoid her all those other times, which is most of the day, to keep her happy. You know how I go. But yeah, just try. I like just trying to reach out new people, connect to new people, chop it up with people. Everything to me is inspiring. It really is. Whether it's good or bad inspiration, it's still inspiration, right? You hear some artists and they do some shit, and you're like, ooh, I'll never do that, and you learn from it. Or you hear some artists do some shit, like, damn, I wish I could do something like that, or I would have done it a little bit differently though to make it my own, and then you try to experiment with it. So just try to connect with people, try to but more importantly, just stay true to me, just stay authentic, stay real.
Right on. Good answer. When now we're gonna get onto a track here, man. I wanna play this. Pull Me Back.
Yeah, that was the hit single, or the lead single, and I had a really dope music video for it. Shouts out to my guy Sean G, who came through and did that. Shouts out to my guy CZ Wonder, who produced that beat, sent it over. That was actually the track that I had to record when I linked up with Kilo, and we ended up doing strength of just vibing. And but Pulling Me Back was the one that I had the bigger plans for, so to speak. And it really came out on point, and we got I got a lot of love off of that one. So
all right,
it's easy for hooking me up with that beat.
Well, let's love it up a little bit. This is Pulling Me Back.
Let's go.
Yo, I ain't LL, but you could still call it a comeback. I'm cool with it, sticking to my boards like a thumbtack. Undoing it, back home, ready to unpack. Trying to make it in this world with my word in my nutsack. And I won't break him for any hate, there is plenty. I'm still driving, you could call me John Henry. Never thought it could happen till I actually did it. Not trying to get rich, all I ask is you listen and relate to it, instead of just hate to it. Gotta shoot for your love, just like my name Cupid. I make music, that's the art that I choose. Call the kid translucent, I see things through. No need to black it out, feed in, no backing out. These mics is getting rocked, I'm laying to smack it down. Watch them eyebrows raise the second I'm back in town. Call this my homecoming, it's easy, no slacking now. Every time I try to go, something keeps pulling me back. I ain't chingy, but music is my thingy. I gotta be who I am till the day that I die. Right on my feet where I stand until the day that I fly. Let them keys open doors, the party is just beginning. Struck out in the past, but the team is still winning. Look out for my brothers, all love when we vibe. That's the quest for the tribe, you better step to the side. We marching through like a parade as I float on the beat. Thought things were looking up, that's when I showed you the feet. This ain't no competition, bro, don't be confused by the beef. If you really come at my head, I wouldn't lose any sleep. Too many sheep for me to count, you doubt, it just gasses me. The speakers scream it out, this bout ends in catastrophe. It's cap or not cap, CAP, I speak factually, I stay holding it down. My last name should be Gravity. Let the paper wait, ain't waiting on no paper. Stay home and meditate, never waiting on no savior. It lives inside me, stay moving at high speed. Now the world's slowing down, why the fuck would I leave? Every time I try to go, something keeps pulling me back. I ain't chingy, but music is my thingy. I gotta be who I am till the day that I die. Right on my feet where I stand until the day that I fly.
Fuck yeah, keep it 100, man.
All day.
That was Pulling Me Back by Captain WISEGUY. Holy crap, dude. I like the lyrics in it, man. It really says something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was like I said, that was the main one. So long story short, I had some time last year where again, back in Jersey, my wife's a teacher, so she was staying longer than I was able to stay with work. So I had about a week. It was really 2 weekends. It was like 8 days, 10 days, but it ended up being 2 weekends where I was home alone because I had to come back before the kids and the wife did. So I was like, I might bang out a whole project. So I started reaching out to producers, and that was one of the first beats I got. And that's why I said I had it all set up. But while I was over there already and talking to the dude, and one of my boys was like, you know, Sean used to do music videos for these people, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to name drop on his behalf, but worked with some pretty big people. So it was like, you should do a video with him. And I was like, word. And we linked. And then I was like, well, I don't have the song ready yet because I'm going to be home next week. And that's when I'm recording everything. And obviously one thing led to another. And the rest is history. But that was the first one that really came about. Like, I didn't even want to write until, you know, I was able to kind of lock in and go in during that little stretch. Like, I wanted things to just be all in the same mindset all together, like just pretty much be out in the studio all day because I had nothing else to do other than work during the week. So on the weekends, it was just fair game. No kids to worry about, no wife to attend to. I didn't have to do shit. So other than feed myself and take a piss every now and again, I was straight.
Right. I hear that. So if you could do a feature with anybody in your area right now, any underground artist, who would it be?
Underground artist that I would work with. My guy TKE Sensei recently sent me a beat. Really dope artist, really dope energy, really dope persona. Met him at a show. He's definitely on my radar as somebody I want to work with. Real authentic sound, like real traditional art type vibe. He definitely comes to mind. There's another dude. Man, it's tough because there's so many guys and you meet them at shows and you try to connect and it's just you get caught up in it. It's trying to think of names. I could picture faces and I could like tell you this and that. I got to do a track with my guy Sam, man. He's DJ out here, been around here forever, but he gets dirty on the mic real quick too.
Right.
He's been in like more retirement. He's a little older head like myself. But him and I have been talking about it for a year or two now, trying to get, or probably even longer than that, get on the track. And I got to lean on his ass a little bit. Like, yo, let's do this. Let's get on it. Kind of, get the dust off and go. So Sandman's definitely on my list too. There's a few others, but those two definitely come to mind.
All those guys, man. They all deserve it, man. You know what I'm saying? Last track of the night. This is my son GC, Danny C, and Fresco. R.I.P. GC, I miss you, son. R.I.P. Fresco, I miss you too, brother. This is How to Be the Man.
When I say ball out, you hit record. Ball out, baby. Yeah. Show you how to be the man, how to be the boss, how to slide through with 7 coats of the gloss. Show you how to be the man. Show you how to be the man. Yeah, show you how to be the man, how to be the boss, how to buy the cars, how to buy the house. Show you how to be the man. Yeah, show you how to be the man. Yeah. Show you how to be the man, how to flip them Zans. Show you how to take a dime from her, fuck your man. Show you how to flip the script, how to lane switch, how to step your paper game up real quick. GC, I ain't playing, show you how to not say shit. And if you talking dollars, then you speaking my language. 4 side bitches, I ain't never had no main bitch. And if you acting funny, I ain't on no strange shit. Show you how to roll up that motherfucking dang shit. 12 come through, y'all know I ain't say shit. All about my money, I ain't got no patience. And if you waste my time, oh, you basic. Show you how to lead a scene and not say shit. White boy, but I'm seen with all races. Show you how to tell real shit from fake shit. Show you how to be the realest thing on date. Show you how to be the man, how to be the boss, how to slide through with 7 coats of the gloss. Show you how to be the man. Show you how to be the man. Yeah, show you how to be the man, how to be the boss, how to buy the cars, how to buy the house. Show you how to be the man. Yeah, show you how to be the man. Yeah.
All right, y'all, that's all we got for tonight, man. I want to thank my guests, the hard guys, great selection of music because, stay right there, Cap. I want to talk to you a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and do the show. Everybody else, you have a great night, man. Thanks for tuning in, man. Peace.